Okay, so here we are with Noobow. I'm going to leave the timer where I was for Shin-Chan and just go through all of these and get a collective time so I have an idea. So, this is a game where this nice little guy here, Noobow, is helping out several friends as they're in trouble. Be it whales, squirrels, birds, moles, and even a special guest at the end. So, I'm going to get it started in 3, 2, 1, and we go. Okay, here I am on a little island. Pick this up, put it in the water, sail across. Now, this game is very plain and simple. It is down to how precise your movements are and positioning each item so that you can get where you want to go as fast as possible with no in-between movements. Like there, I needed those 2 blocks to do what I had to do, but here I could just put that there and cross over, end the story. Now, we're going to try and travel up to where that dog is, and Noobow's going to use various items like the pogo stick over here, and then that dog's going to be in our path, so we're going to come over here and we're going to grab this stick. Right now he ain't going to move, but suddenly he goes. But the sad part is, as you see, I don't want to think about where the dog went. Anyway, we grab the sheet and we parachute down to the next area, and we pick up the stick over here to safely catch our friend over there in the water, and we're going to do so with this pail. Now, I don't know how exactly a baby whale fits in a pail, but this game was for children, so we'll just make do. And that's the end of the opening stage. Noobow was helped them out, and he's allowed to move on to the next stage. We're just going to go in order. Next stage is the squirrels here. They're having trouble with basically some people controlling wind, other issues causing them frozen houses, broken structures, so on and so forth. And Noobow is going to be the nice guy and come over here and try to fix some of that stuff and help the squirrels out. Now, all this stuff adds up throughout the game. You'll notice it more when I enter the stage with the birds. But I'm trying to come over here and save some time. There we go. The only other precise thing is where these arrows are on the... saved another dog. Where the arrows are on these lifts, you have to be precisely on top of the arrow for it to move with you on it. There are some ways around it, but not exactly 100% working ways. And there's also a lot of stuff like these jumps which you cannot skip. You will notice it in the last stage. You really want to skip some of the jumps and just go on, but you can't. There's the guy blowing the freezing wind, and as you see, I walked too far, and Noobow said no. But down we go. And also some of the items, when you use them at the final stage, they'll disappear on your own, which saves a little bit of time, but others, like you saw before with the shovel, I have to drop. Just like I'm going to have to go back and forth for these sticks and get all of them to bring them back here. Whether I bring them up one by one and then try to do them all at once or not ain't going to save much time. So I'll just walk back and forth even though it feels like an eternity and do it one by one. Now there's only one stick left to grab, and then we're up to the next area. Okay, and that's that. Okay, here's a good example of one of those times where you can put certain things. I'm trying to do this without knowing too much, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Now this guy ain't going to let us through unless we come up here and do what we got to do up here. So come over here, drop this, go down here, pick this up, here, drop that, this, and I didn't go far enough. That's weird. Okay. It's the first time that hasn't worked for me. Sometimes these items in this game can just be picky. That acorn was technically supposed to just fall to the bottom there, and I moved the one block on the right side over to the left and then just grabbed the acorn and went. And it didn't in this case. And this is one of the times when you cannot make it to the arrow before the squirrel does his thing, so you gotta wait for the second revolution. Okay. That's another one of those blocks that you could use as a time saver. Grab this acorn, come back down. Give this guy the acorn, he gives us a horn of sorts. We need to activate this platform, but the squirrel isn't here, so we're going to walk to the left. And on the next screen, I'm going to blow the horn the second I enter. This way it saves us time walking back. The squirrel's able to go back, and we just catch the elevator over here on the next run through. We're going down here to pick up an item to get underneath that waterfall next to the ladder above where that squirrel was that gave us the horn. This way we can leave this area and go on to the next one. This will be the end of the squirrel section. And here's the final item we need. One of those guys blowing wind left us behind for us. We're going to use it to freeze this water, slide down, now that the waterfall is stopped up, Go straight up here and over to the goal. And that's that for that stage. The squirrels are happy. They have been helped out and saved. Now we're going to go on to our friends the moles. They're suffering because they don't have any water, so we're going to help them turn the water back on from underground. Now, I'm going to line these up. I'm going to grab this parachute, go on to the next screen, and then we'll go flying for a bit. 1, 2... and 3. Now we have a couple more jumps, and then we're going to hit the area where we get to turn on the water with some pipes. That's the end of the parachute. Now we grab the canopy, and down we go. Okay, so in between doing all this, we've got the pail for water because there's a mole up here who's crying or has something in his eyes. We're going to help him out, and he's going to have us deliver a message to a female mole for him. And she will let us up to the final area. So we're going to ride this up, grab the water, and there he goes, he's cleared up. Put that there, grab these. Now, up this water spout, and over here. Put down there. Cheating the system again, and we're across. She now got her message and lets us up here. And here we are, the root of the problem. I'll grab and drop these. I've been playing this game for a few years now, on and off, and one thing I still have not figured out is how this works. I'm taking this acorn, and I'm walking over here to get an item from the bird. Now, of all things, the bird wants the acorn. I have never in my life seen a bird eat an acorn before, but I'm not going to question it too much because I want to keep going with this game, and to do so, I've got the shovel that I needed, and I'm going to bring it over here, suspend it in midair, drop these blocks, pick up my shovel, kind of come over here and put the shovel up there. Swap this block over here. Grab my shovel. Dig my way to this ladder and go down. Now, drop the shovel. If it'll let me, and grab this water pail. Now to come over here. This is one of those rare instances where up will let you go down if you catch it just right. So we did that right. Now we walk over here, we grab some water, travel back up. Go over here to the left. Cool this mole off. And go down here. Rather than drop the pail, it automatically takes it away from us in the screen transition, so it saves a little bit of time rather than having to stop and drop it. And now Noobow is shrunk by this little portal that I went to. And we have to turn on all these valves. There's 5 or 6 of them, if I'm right. I have to turn on all of them in order to make the plants grow up top. It's a beanstalk to allow us to the next area, which is with the birds. So like I said in the beginning, all this is kind of connected. Sure, I can do it this way. Yes, I can. Only a couple more valves. One giant maze of ladders that is easy to get used to, but sometimes just confusing if you keep doing it over and over and over. Especially since the inputs on here are slightly delayed sometimes. Sometimes they'll double enter and it won't let you go until it finishes its movement. So that should be it, and yep, we're good. So after I hit the top of this, that's the end of this stage of the moles. Okay, we fixed their issues, now we're on to the birds. Now Noobow wants to help these guys out. The only issue is Noobow can't fly, so by getting everything in order here, these guys will help Noobow fly and make it to where the real problem is. For now, we carry this as if it were a party hat, but we're going to get that guy up there and move with this party popper that he's got on his head. And this section is locked. You have to get the items in order. First will be this battery that I'm going after. Then will be a propeller, and I accidentally dropped that. I didn't want it to. Well, this shows how if you accidentally put an item in the wrong place, you can just go up or out of the area, reset it, and get the item back. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Now instead of 2 motions, when I go back, Noobow will just do 1, get up on there, go down and across, and be done with it. If you don't position those just right, it could end up in 3 or 4 extra motions that you don't need at all. But either way, we've got the first part. Now we're going to go up to a bird up here on top of the mountain. We're going to give him the part. And this is the same for every part we find. We go up and we give that to the bird, and the bird gives us another item we need to get the next part. So now we have a stick. There we go. Now you can come down here, and if you remember in the beginning, we saw this thing down here. I need the propeller in order to let them build the flying machine that they're going to give me. And here we go. He gives us a shovel. This time we're going to go on a little bit further, and we're going to dig out his friend that's trapped down here so that we can get the other item we need. I'm going to try and... Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Just put that there. And 2. This is another one of those segments where the item is auto-taken from us, and we trade the shovel for the fishing pole. Now I'm going to go over there, use the fishing pole off that ledge, and get that motor. After that, we go back to the bird up on top of the mountain, and our machine is completed, and we go on to the next section. Now, as you see, the blocks are where I left them, and because I left them in that position, I can just say go down at the tip instead of trying to be on the ladder itself and save myself a little bit of time. And now the blocks are back where I need them, and smooth sailing from there. And here we go. Okay, now Noobow's up in the sky, and we're going to travel around in the clouds and on these mountaintops with various items, namely parachutes, canopies, and other things. And didn't want to do that. Okay, so grab this canopy, come over here. The reason why we got this canopy isn't just for flying. We also need it for one other reason, and it'll be made clear in a few minutes. lot of the items in this game have very specific meanings and uses, but there are also items like this canopy which have dual uses. Now, should be right over here. Jump down here, drop the canopy, grab this block. Put that to the lightning guy. Move over here. And here's the dual use of the canopy. You use it to put out a fire. Now we don't need the shovel anymore. This is surprisingly, you won't recognize it until you get to the part, but it is a actual glass or pail. Somehow we're going to use it to fly in a second. As you can see. Now, the sun's over here. Apparently he's hot. Makes a lot of sense to me. So we're going to help him out. Come over here to the rain cloud. Just stand here and press A and collect the water. Now we go back over here to where the sun is. And we cool him off with a nice drink. And then we're done. That's the end of that. The area is now peaceful again. And we're on to our special guest. We're going to help out Santa. He doesn't have enough time to find all the presents that were dropped in this area, so we're going to help him out. And I don't understand how it really ties in, but apparently in this game, since it's Japanese, Santa has little angels around that are helping him deliver gifts. So I'm going to go back to not questioning things, and I'm going to collect these gifts so that Santa can complete his journey around the world handing out presents to everybody. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to go up to Santa on top of this giant Christmas tree here, and he's going to give us our first gift that he accidentally dropped so that we can move these angels away one by one. Now, every time I pick up one of these presents, the angel will come and get it automatically, so I can keep moving while doing it. The only thing that I have to worry about is each area is set up to go in a specific direction for every gift. You can't change it, it just is what it is. The only thing you can do is continue to do what you were doing in the beginning of the game and manipulate where you move as much as possible with these blocks. So one there, and down here. One there. And like I said before, a lot of time you don't need to drop the items in order to keep going, so you save yourself some time. Now, I wait up there so that the angel doesn't appear fully on screen and you don't have to wait for him to load completely. He just takes the present and goes. This allows us to keep moving. Now, in some ways I wanted to do the down path and just get it over with, but instead it makes us go right now. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to grab this. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Nope, don't. Okay, we're gonna keep walking. Grab the canopy here. Down we go. Just gonna square this back up halfway. And before we go up to get that block, we want to go down here. Now, I'm going to leave the canopy right there. And I'm going to come over here. Grab this lost present. Not waste any time. Grab the canopy. And back up we go. Now, drop that there. Drop the block on it. Grab the canopy. And now I just have to stand here and press A until I make it all the way over to the ladder. I think Noobow's favorite thing is to use the canopy and parachutes in this game, just to have a little bit of fun going between these areas. Now to finish off that fun, Noobow's going to learn to skateboard. And by the look on his face, not too well. But he's okay. So we come up here, we're going to go back the way we came. So, block down. Back up here. Now we're going to head back to where we were when we got to the tree, and this time we're going to go down. We're going to go underneath the tree. That is where the last several presents are, and by the time we're done, we'll end up by the entrance. We'll just go straight up, and we'll be done with this. But until then, it's time for more block movement and digging. Okay, this is another one of those areas where you can cheat it. You get just right there. We go. Now I'm gonna walk a bit past here. Got that. Grab this. Pick up the shovel. Convenience of this is it leaves the shovel there until you complete this area down here, so you don't have to worry about dropping it. Now Mini Noobow here has to walk all the way over and grab. There's 2 presents in a row lined up next to each other. And you can't leave until the angel picks up one of them, this way you can kind of move a bit. So it slows you down a little bit. And that's done. And Noobow's back up. We've got the shovel. Nope. Here. Dig our way down. Now, until a few days ago, I always thought you needed 2 of these, but apparently you don't. So, to save some time, grab one, pull myself up, come over here to the right, and this is the final piece of what we need to do. Now we do this because if you go back any other way, the angels will be blocking your path and you can't get up. So you take the area that was blocked right next to the entrance and go straight back up to Santa. Now, you don't need to drop this shovel at all. You can just hold on to it and keep going. Usually we drop items, grab them, and go to the next one, so on and so forth. But at the end of the game, you could just go and it doesn't matter. Kind of like when the canopy was taken away before. It would just disappear when I got next to what I needed to do. And there we go, that time. Okay, so Noobow helped out Santa, everything else. This in turn helps him out, get back to his family so that he could have his own Christmas, and we've saved everybody that needed saving in the game, and Noobow did his thing. He is a good person, and that is basically the basis of the game, is teach kids that helping people is good, so on and so forth. But the show has been running for years in Japan. It's kind of like shows here in America for kids. So I learned this from High Spirits. He does it every now and then, and I still enjoy when he does it. It's a very uplifting version. He does a lot of sounds, reads it like a children's book. But if he's running it, you should try to catch it as well. You'll have a good laugh. But I'm gonna get ready for King Cleats now, so I'll be right back.